Hello, good people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. The APC election, or call it presidential primaries, has come and gone, and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been named the flag bearer for APC presidential candidate. But before that event took place, something very unbelievable. Would I call it unbelievable? No, something very stunning happened on the internet when Peter Obi decided to react to that event before the event took place. He reacted to it when the delegates were voting. Yeah, he reacted to it. And Peter Obi is a presidential candidate running under the banner of the Labour Party. And he took to his Twitter handle to advise Nigerians regarding the APC presidential primaries. Speaking to Nigerians, he on his Twitter page he told Nigerians that they should think and ask themselves if the APC presidential aspirant can offer tomorrow what they could not provide in 7 years as they listen to the aspirants of the ruling party juggle for their party ticket. He also asked them to compare their livelihood from 7 years ago with how they are doing today. I'm going to read the exact word he used on his Twitter page. He said, "Dear Nigerian youths, as you listen to the aspirant of the ruling party juggle for their party tickets, think and ask if they can offer tomorrow what they could not provide in 7 years, and if you are doing better than you were 7 years ago." PO. That was his reactions. And for many, that question was a very good one. But then you're going to be, you'll be startled with the kind of response that some youths, Nigerians, gave to him. And I believe that he will be shocked by the time he sees those reactions. And one guy is an Igbo guy. I won't want to mention his name. Reacted to it, and according to the guy said, yes, Tinubu's Lagos is better than Anambra you left. If you doubt it, go to the Young Park now and see how many Anambra boys escaping to Lagos with night buses. Your media hype ends on SM. We will make a statement with our PVC so that you understand how unpopular you are. Hmm. And another person also reacted, which I'm going to read out the person's reaction. The person said, just like we would like you to tell us what you will be able to offer Nigeria when you cannot bring significant development to Anambra State after 8 years, saving 7 billion naira to make profit when your state lack basic infrastructure is not a sign of good governance. Another person also took to his Twitter page and responded. He said, what did your former party PDP provide in the 16 years of ruling? Stop acting like you are different from them. You are not a saint. Don't allow Twitter make you think you are popular. Oh my God. Those are serious reactions. Another one here says, Mr. Peter, just know that the audience you are getting here is literally that the highest thing Nigerians could ever offer to you, not their vote. So rest. Oh my God. These were shocking responses that they gave to Peter Obi. And I was like, what is going on among Nigerian youths? Or are these people staunch supporters of President Muhammad? Let me say, staunch supporters of the APC government, or is it that they are staunch supporters of those as who are flag bearers in the two major political parties? Because looking at what he said here, I don't think it warrant all this question. But then they threw it at him without any form of reservation. And it's something that Peter Obi personally needs to think of, not just coming online to talk and talk and talk. Does he really have structures on ground that can deliver him at the end of the day? Because what we saw happen yesterday, despite glaring evidence that this person may not have the capacity to run the show for 200 million Nigerians, but he still came out tops. It was because he took out time for as long as he has been a politician for the number of years he's been. he took out time to arrange a structure which was defy of any form of anything like ethnicity. He didn't take into cognizance whether you are from this tribe, you are from this tribe, whether you are from a tribe that hates my own people, or you are from a tribe that I have known they don't perform and all of that. What he did was to bring Nigerians together, create a structure. He was always out there, helping people, building careers of people, changing the lives of people. Whether he did it by instinct or he did it with referrals or that, I don't know. But the truth was that there were people online who were saying, without Bola Ahmed Tinubu, nothing. I don't need any other thing. Even when he was glaring that, during the time he was addressing the delegates, his hands were really shaking. I don't know if it was out of tension or it was because it was an age-related thing, but the truth was that his hands were shaking. There was also a time that he wanted to go down the step and he almost fell. The guy who was walking by his side, I don't know if it's one of his aides, was trying to hold him. He now snapped out of the guy's hand like, come on, leave me. I know the way down the step. But all of that will point us to the fact that the person we are bringing on board, APC is bringing on board, he may be good, he may be fantastic, he may be very smart, but then age may not be on his side, considering the numerous troubles and problems that Nigeria have. But people still voted for him. Delegates still voted for him. Yeah, we know money spoke, but first of all, look at when he came into Eagle Square, what happened. Even if I don't think that he would have been able to buy off all those people and trigger them up to react the way they reacted. But immediately he stepped in. I mean, the whole place was agog. Before we know celebration, people were so happy. They were chanting his name, Jagabam, 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 Jagabam. This cannot be done overnight. It's something that he has spent reasonable years to do. So Peter Obi, at this point, with some of the reactions I've seen online, I feel that those who are closer to Peter Obi needs to sit him down and let him spell out the structure that will win a future for Nigeria, a structure that will help him, to become the president of Nigeria. Already, we've started seeing a lot of things happen. A lot of things are going on right now in his party. There's another faction who have been able to come up with a presidential candidate. The case is in court and all of that. So already he has a problem staring at him to serve. And at the same time, he needs to set up a structure, a formidable structure, which will run from north to south, where he will storm each of those states and let the people understand why he wants them to vote him in. Because it's not by talking on social media. So social media, most Nigerians just go there to rest. And there they go, and then you see them blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, you will be shocked that you never convicted them. Nigerians, oftentimes, the way they act is just like, a pastor having to know that one of his elders or maybe one of his assistant pastor has been going to all manner of places to get help. And you're like, all the Jesus, Jesus, Jesus have been preaching and you've been leading prayer. So it means he didn't stick. Why? Because you didn't spend time with them to teach them key doctrines that will help them as Christians. That's the same thing in politics. You need to come out with your political orientation. You let them understand where you are coming from and where you are heading. That this is not just a short-term thing, it's a long-term thing. Let it, get inside of them and build them up with your political education. Let them understand the direction you are going. Then you can talk boldly that you will carry the day, because politics no be joke. It's a game. Every game has skills. Every game, before you walk into football field, first of all, there must be a structure. They say, which system are you going to? Is it the 4-3-3 system, or is it the 4-2-3-1 system? They will tell you what you're expected to do, so that you can't just walk in. No matter how skillful you are, you don't just walk in and you secure success. So I feel with all this castigation we're hearing people bringing up, he needs to start proving to the people that he has capacity to change the narrative of the country, not by words alone, but by putting human resources on ground, building them up. I know that the man doesn't give, but as a noun, if it requires building human resources, providing them with all the things that they need to make him successful. He needs to do it and do it speedily, because the truth is we don't even have time. I can assure you that come 2023 February, that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with what I have seen him done, he may carry the day, except someone will come out strong to challenge him. Some of those who are blabbing their mind, give them just 100,000 naira before you know they change their discussion. Say, what has he? The only thing they will just tell them, what has he done for you people thus far? Okay, you have been running the show. What has he done? We are looking at the future. Take 100,000 naira, go and pay your rent. Before you know, he will join the other team. So all of the before one can stand and say, I'm not joining anybody, I'm standing with him, he must have been fully integrated into your political ideology. So that is just it. I'd like to leave it there. Go to our comment section. What's your position about all of